All right, I should be live. How's it going, everyone? Let me just pop up the chat. Pop out. Okay, there we go. How's it going, everyone? What's going on, Marcus? Technic, how's it going? Virgil? Christian? The Gamerverse? So we've reached the 10,000. I forget what day I got that on. I think it shows on the thumbnail. I think it was the 4th, maybe? Let me take a look. I have it somewhere here. 10K subs. Whoops. That's just the thumbnail I did. TubeBuddy, they usually do some of these. Actually, I could just show you guys. If any of you are using YouTube at all, you guys should probably look into TubeBuddy. It helps you with YouTube tagging and stuff like that. But they also show you some milestones that you've done, right? So we hit 10,000 subscribers on January 4th. And then, you know, it just shows different milestones. I guess that's all the milestones. And then it will show you what you have to go. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but they give you these little pamphlet achievement things. Kind of cool, I guess. I am live. Can you guys hear me? You guys should be able to. Let me know if you guys could hear me and see me. I could see me on my own screen, so we should be good. I'm happy you got 10. You know what? I'm happy I got 10K subs too. It would be awesome if I got a little plaque with it, but we're gonna have to wait for 90,000 more subs before we get that. Okay, you could hear me. Good. Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait for, you know, we've gained 315 subs since the 4th. I don't even know what day it is today. It's the 8th today, so 4 days ago, we've got over 300. So yeah, it's great. I got you on surround sound just fine. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, if maybe, I don't even know how to say that name. Maybe he needs to refresh. I'll just say it. Refresh. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, and typically I try to put out 2 videos a week and then a live stream, but then there's days like today where I put out this video right here. Oh, you guys can't see that. Where I put out this video right here. I didn't realize that we could do bandwidth limiting on the cable. So I was on Twitter today, and then Tom Lawrence was posting something about the TP-Link Amada controller. And I just mentioned, oh, I like the feature that, you know, we could limit the bandwidth on the wire. I said, you can't do that with Unify. He's like, well, you can. And then at that point, I'm like, you know what? I probably should do a little bit of a deeper dive into it because I never went into the switch port profile and the profile overrides. So I went in there and it was easy to find. The only thing, it only limits your download. It doesn't seem to limit your upload. I don't know if there is a way to do that though. There's a little lag. What do you mean? With my voice? Where did you install the Unify plug thing? So I installed that in front of my, you put the plug in, right? And then I put my modem into that. And then I plugged in the modem into my rack, into my UDM. I don't actually have it currently running right now though. I had it before running, but yeah. Andre, thank you very much. Getting video lag, you shouldn't be. It shouldn't be on my side. My bit rate is high, and we haven't dropped any frames. Maybe try refreshing. Anyway, yeah. So 10K subs, that's awesome. Next goal, I think. So my 2021 goal is to hit 30,000 subscribers. Let me bring the chat back up. I think it's doable. We'll see. We got to see how much more content we could push out this year. And we're still going to do a giveaway for the 10K subs. I just haven't announced it yet. I'll let everybody know. It will be like a 2-week. I'll put it in my YouTube community. I'll post it on my Twitter. I'll post it on my Facebook page and maybe my Instagram page, just so that everybody knows. It will be done during a live stream. So you'll have to be in the live stream to be eligible to win the giveaway. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away, but it really is only going to be the countries that I could ship from Unify. And what I'm thinking, I don't even know if this is possible, but they have, you know, crap, the Canadian store, Europe, Japan, Mexico, Taiwan, and India. And I bet you they probably don't all have the same gear. So I don't know if Japan does or not. I'll have to speak with my content. If I could buy something from a different region, say you're in the US, I don't live in the US, and then I could just ship it straight to you guys through their page. That would be a lot easier for me. It will cost me a bit less money to ship it to you guys. And then we could get a tracking number and all that stuff. But you're watching everything fine. Yeah, I could see your messages. And you could see it right on screen right there. So I don't know. I was thinking about the U6, but I guess like maybe one or two of the U6s lights, unless the LRs come out. Right now they're sold out in Canada. I'm not too sure if they're sold out in the States, but I'll probably do it in 2 Fridays from now. So 2 weeks from now, I'm thinking about doing the giveaway. If you don't want whoever wins, if they don't want the Unify 6 light, I mean, we could pick something else, right? Nothing like this, not the base station. I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars, but we could try to find something worthwhile. You saw it pop up on screen. Okay. You could limit the bandwidth to a wired client by assigning the client the user group. Well, interesting. I tried that this morning and it didn't work. I'm not going to try it on stream right now just because, you know, I'll end up killing my stream, but I'll try it again. I mean, I was going to add that to the video if it worked, but the couple, I spent about a half hour and yeah, that didn't work. John Walters, thank you very much. Orders placed in December. I haven't placed any orders either. So the aggregation switch, I would love the aggregation switch. And I mean, it's a little expensive to give away though. Whoops, it's not here. I think it's like 200 and something bucks US. Yeah, it's $269 US. So that's a little pricey, especially if I'm going to do 2, but we'll see. Cody, I saw someone that has an unboxing of the UXG Pro. Do you think it's going to be released soon? I don't know. I don't have insight to that. They probably shouldn't have done an unboxing because it's still early access. If it is going to be released soon, I hope I get one, and then I'll do a full review on it. It will be kind of like in the order of my full builds, like the TP-Link one I just brought out. You know, you build your networks, you do your wireless networks. We do our firewall rules, and then anything new that's involved. Bruce, no problem. Hope everything's well. Give away the $29 wireless cam. Well, I haven't even got one myself. I need to get a contact who's on the border of US and Canada that I could get all this stuff from. Yeah, because that's been sold out for quite a while, or since it's pretty much been released. This right here. For me, I just don't know if I'd want a camera indoor. I mean, I guess there is use cases for it. I just don't know what I would personally do for it. Maybe watch my cat. But I probably wouldn't want that on my network, right? Or exposed to the internet. I purchased a Unify Protect Smart Floodlight to use in the Protect EA. I have no idea about that. Let me just see, David, what did you say? Oh, okay, you haven't tested. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can still go. Well, let me bring up my controller. Let's see. Like you could, the same way that I did it in the wireless, you could do that for wired clients, right? But it didn't seem to limit it at all. Let's just bring this. I just want to make sure I'm not showing anything on screen. All right. So, I mean, here's my Lutron. This is my Lutron, you know, smart switch or whatever. hub. So we go to configuration and then you would defer it to one of these groups, right? But it didn't seem to work. And maybe it was, I didn't let it provision long enough. I'm not too sure. Sorry, I haven't. Okay, so great idea. More than 2 people could win. Yeah, I know people who aren't gonna win. I mean, might be a little upset. Everybody's different, right? So, and I can't give everybody something. I don't have that much money. I'd love to, but I can't. I'd be interested in some tech reviews of the USW aggregation as price comparison. Okay, let me write this one down. So I don't think a lot of YouTubers are doing the USW aggregation because it's almost like this switch here. I mean, there's not a lot of difference. They have another 10 gig switch. Where is it? I mean, the 16, pretty much the same, different style, less ports. And then they have the Unify 6 XG. I'm putting cams at my front and back door, but are you putting the wireless one? I don't think that's outdoor rated. You think the wireless access point is a great idea? I do too. You'll need a lot when you have kids. I mean, yeah, that's true. I just wouldn't have it exposed to the internet. Indoor facing the door, so when I open it, you get the face. That's not a bad idea. Basement windows, Alonzo, that's not bad either. I would put one in my network room. Andre bought his UDM Pro on the 31st. Okay, so that's not a bad turnaround time, 5 days. Thim, I think that's how you say your name. No problem. Thanks for liking the videos. Yeah, so if I get the USW aggregation, I might buy another switch. Because right now, all I have is the 24 port Pro. So I'm thinking about, not that I need it. I don't need it at all. I don't even use half the ports on my USW Pro. But I'm thinking about getting this one right here. The USW, or the Unify Switch 16. And then we could kind of like, you know, the aggregation's meant to be your distribution switch of your network. And really, you would only really want that for a business. I think anyway. I don't know any home user that would need it. Unless you're just looking to do 10 gig networking. Last Dragon, thank you very much. The 8 port is cheaper. Stupid, I sold. Okay. Yeah, I've never used any of their 10 gig. Security cameras on a separate VLAN, that's for sure. I have mine on a separate VLAN right now. I was going to turn off remote viewing and then just set up a VPN and do it that way, and I could turn off remote viewing anyway. I don't leave my house. If you're, make sure to put it in full screen. Well, she's sleeping right now, but funny you should, oh wait, did I not copy it? Funny you should ask, because I thought, there she is this morning. I took a picture, put it on Facebook. She's growing quite a bit. We had to bring her to the vet this week. She was having, I don't know, she was making this weird noise and hunching her back 2 legs. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's constipated. So we brought her to one vet. They took like 3 minutes. Oh yeah, she's constipated. They, you know, checked her out. Didn't really do anything. And she was still making the noise. After a few days, brought her to another vet. Turns out she's teething. Not that that may have anything, but she's not constipated at all. Poor thing. But anyway, she's all good now. She's going nuts. Well, she's sleeping right now, but this morning, running around, biting my legs. How about layer 3 switching on Unified Network? Well, the Unified switching is still in alpha. Right? And I don't even think this aggregation switch, I don't think it offers layer 3 switching. Not right now anyway. Whoops. Where the heck did it go? I haven't, yeah, layer 2 switching with 8 10 gig ports. I got a question. I am thinking about getting a bigger switch and I don't really know if I need SFP plus or SFP is enough. Does the 10 GB do any difference for me? The 10 GB would be if you're connecting switches together for all the inter VLAN routing and stuff like that. If your network is small and it's a home network, I mean, unless you have a 10 gig NAS or something you want to plug into it, you probably don't need it. I want to buy the Unified G4 door rail, but they don't sell in the EU. Do you think I'll have a problem using the import? I mean, I don't think you would, because it's just your normal doorbell cables, right? Let's see if I could pull up, let me just do this. Doorbell wire. I don't know how you would wire it in the EU, but I think it's just like an 18.2, right? So it's just a 2-pair wire. I'm trying to find where the heck it is. Oh. Doorbell wire. Yeah, it's just a two conductor. I can't find it. I think what they put at the front of my house was like a thermostat wire, which was just 2-pair, right? Because on the back, let's bring up the doorbell and I could show you guys a little better. Right? So on the back here, they just have these that you'll be connecting it to, and that's it. I doubt you would have an issue. Siamese cat, yep. Brought from Thailand to Israel. Now I have a couple of ragdolls. I mean, the Siamese is great. The lady I bought it off of, I bought her offline from some random person, and she said she didn't have her vaccine, which is fine. I'll get her vaccinated, but dewormed. And at that point, she wouldn't send me any information after I bought it, so it was a little sketchy. But she's all good. They checked her out. She's going to get her first vaccine on Monday. Depends how I have used for video. Yeah, for like video and file transfers, you might want a 10 gig uplink. Hairball maybe? I don't think it was a hairball. Hey Mac, any plans on the USW review? If I could get one right now, I live in Canada and we can't get them. I've reached out to my contact at Unify and I haven't heard anything. I did send him a list of things that I want, which is quite costly. So I don't know if they're going to send me anything. I would be happy if you can make an in-depth video about updates in Unify. I mean, release channels, auto update, update schedule, etc. Yeah, I mean, I could. I don't have any of mine auto update. I recommend to all my clients don't auto update because if you remember, there have been a few versions that have broke things. But it really depends on how often you're checking the community forums, Twitter, all that to see if the updates have broken anything. Maybe Ubiquity could send him one for free region. Yeah, it'd be nice. We'll see. I mean, I don't even care about getting it free. I'll pay for it, right? The majority of products that I post on my channel, I paid for. So the only thing I haven't paid for was the G4 Pro, the USW Pro PoE. Oh crap! Unify Access, and I think that's it. They might have sent me one more thing. The USW 16 Lite. Besides that, I bought everything else for my channel, even the TP-Link gear that I said they sent to me. I thought it was free, but it was either I was talking to the marketing guy. It was either I send it back or I pay for it. So I just ended up paying for it because I'll make other videos with it. Adam, thank you very much. Where are we now? Check on Reddit there. Okay. On the doorbell, you can use the PoE from your switch to power the camera, but you won't be able to get video. I think Willie Howe, he did a video on how to power it through PoE. Did I have any issues with the last UDM? No, I haven't. Not yet. I just upgraded it actually this morning. I think, what version are we on now? Actually, let's just go to here. Unify, let's go to protect, or sorry, no. Yeah, on 8.5. So no, I haven't had any issues with it. It's pretty much having the same price as a resale. Yeah, so with Unify products, people ask me to sell it to them. And I mean, Unify posts their price. I would never upgrade, make someone to pay a higher price on it. I love when companies put their price out. It makes it 10 times easier. And I'll just tell clients, buy it off Amazon. If you want to buy it from me, you buy it from me, but I'll just charge you the shipping. Do you have custom built NAS? I need to, yeah, we'll get into my NAS situation in a few minutes. Can you at least deduct the money? Well, okay, so this will be my first year doing business taxes for myself. So yes, I hope I could deduct the money because it's a lot of money, thousands. Thoughts on a budget-friendly, Adam, you're in Canada, right? Thoughts on a budget, something from Synology. I don't know what their going rate is though. We'll take a look. Actually, let's take a look right now. Okay, so let's talk about my NAS. So I'll bring it over. So I have this 2-bay NAS, right? You guys probably seen it in my NAS videos. I don't do a lot of Synology NAS videos, but while I was doing the TP, let's do full screen. While I was doing the TP Link videos, I have a ton of cables just sitting here, power cables, whatnot. I unplugged this because I didn't need it and there was a bunch of gear sitting on my side table. Well, I ended up plugging in the wrong power cable into my Synology and a big poof went out and a bit of flames, and now my Synology is dead. I wouldn't be able to RMA it anyway, it was my fault, but that kind of sucks because I was planning on doing a few Synology videos coming up. So now we're gonna have to go and buy a different one. So Adam, I'm gonna be looking for one as well. What's your thought on Gen 2 Plus Key now supporting Access? I think it's great. I think they needed to put Access and VoIP or Talk, whatever they call it, onto different platforms. DS218 Plus. So yeah, right here, right? You're looking at 355. This only has a 1 gig connection coming to it, and it's driveless. So you're gonna end up spending probably a bit more than 500 bucks if you don't have the drives. The read write 112. Let's see. It only comes with 2 gig memory. I forget what you can max that out at, but I maxed that one to, yeah, I put the most memory I could on that one. Where are we? Just sub to your channel. Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, you probably would have heard something, Adam, about the, if it was a break. I mean, we'll take a look at the release notes to see what they actually changed. You just noticed that they took Unify Talk off the navigation page in the controller. What are you running, Marcus? Which are you, like, what product are you running? Regarding your channel growth, is your plan on to stick to the networking related content? Thoughts about branching? I mean, it's always good to branch out, right? Like I could only do so much Unify. I mean, that's why I'm trying to get the TP Link Amada and Aruba and a couple other vendors into my channel. The video views will be way down. There'll be like, my lowest videos, but that doesn't really matter. I need to bring new content in. As for PC builds, I've only built 2 PCs in my life. So, I mean, that's not really me. I'm thinking about doing like some Raspberry Pi videos. We just did the Unify Polar. It was on a Raspberry Pi. So, I mean, it was bringing something else in, things like that. And I'm thinking about, doing some server videos. I don't know a lot about servers. So I asked in the Discord for people to recommend. Looks like the Unified controller firmware doesn't have Unified talk anymore. My UDM Pro does still. Well, the UDM Pro always did. That's true. But I don't have, well, let's look. I don't have a Cloud Key Gen 2. I sold, or Gen 2 or Gen 2 Plus. I sold a long time ago. Did I not have my controller open? I could see Unified talk still, but UDM Pro always had it. Yeah, right here. See? Let's do a Mac channel server rack mounted build for FreeNAS. Possibly. That's FreeNAS has been something I've wanted to look into. I've seen Tom Lawrence do some stuff on it. Look at the okay, let's take a look at that. I mean, and I'm all about trying out different NAS systems depending on the price. I want to get something that's a 10 gig interface though. Those look nice. I mean, all the NASs look fairly, for all the home small business, look pretty much the same. These guys reached out to me, TerraMaster, and I haven't heard anything back from them for a few weeks. I have two Synology devices, bought slightly out of budget, £500 budget, but tried FreeNAS and never really had patience to get on with it. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, I've never even used it before, ever, so I don't really have any input on that. Talk is still in beta too. I hope it comes out of beta soon. I have played around with it a little bit. It's pretty interesting. Build a media server, cloud-based rack mounted FreeNAS device. Okay, well, I mean, I could look into it. We'll see on the price, right? Price point. Why is it that my most of favorite YouTube channels are hosted by Canadians? Asked by a Dane. I don't know. I don't really know a lot of Canadian channels. I think Linus Tech Tips or Leonard. I don't know how to say his name, but he's Canadian. He's from BC, and he's one of the bigger tech YouTube videos. Is a great system. Let me write that down. Boop. On eBay. I don't use eBay. I don't know if I ever will. Are you planning on running a Plex server? Possibly. Yeah. And hardware wise, I don't know. I have no idea yet. The server build, I'm kind of leaving that up to people who know more about servers to be able to tell me what to get. I'm just going to have to kind of come up with a price point and then figure out what I want to do. A TerraMaster. Okay. Yeah, so they were gonna send me one, I thought, but they never have done that. Damn, I just looked. Oh, it failed to start the application. Yeah, just reinstall it. I'll wire all my house for LAN and cameras, etc. Which cable you think suitable? I think shielded cable is way too much. Unless you're in like an industrial setting with lots of fluorescent lights or huge machines that are giving off EMT, you don't need shielded. And then if you get shielded, you need to buy the shielded jacks. You need to make sure they're grounded properly. It's just crazy to certify it. Setting up your NAS to your network would be great. Well, I mean, I have the Synology NAS. Synology NAS is really just easy to set up. Most NAS, well, I can't say most NASs, but Synology, plug in, give an IP, that's pretty much it. QNAP. I haven't used QNAP. Cat6a FTP is good. Yeah, Cat6a would be good. That's for 10 gig networking. I've been wanting to build a server for a while. Hard to find good instructional content. I don't know if Lawrence Systems has at-home build ones. I know he does more enterprise stuff, but I'm sure there's a guy out there on YouTube who does home builds that you could find. I just haven't had the time to look. I would look for a PowerEdge R6. They are cheap. So I'm not really worried about I don't want some, cheap is good. I like cheap, but I also want performance. I want something decent. $1,000, that's not bad. These are just the cages. $5.99. I had a server a long time ago and I just threw it in the scrap. I mean, I don't do a lot of server stuff. Cat 6 is very affordable these days. I ran Cat 6 for cameras, Cat 6a, everything else. I have Cat 5e in my house right now. All the networking or all the cabling in the house is Cat 5e. Craft Computing, yep, they're good. I watch him quite a bit. I have been thinking about getting, I say this every time, I'm getting a new rack eventually. But when I do the new rack, I'm thinking about redoing all the cabling to push it to Cat 6a. The issue right now is it is winter here in Canada and it's cold. So I do have a conduit running on from the top floor, which I'm on right now. Then we have a main floor and a basement. I have a conduit running from the attic to the basement. So that won't be too bad, but I don't want to be in the attic for too long either. Same goes for the summer though. So if you're doing any cable runs in the attic in the summer, it is boiling hot. Yeah, I'm just trying to find Cat 6a bulk. Whoops. This is Canadian prices, I think, mind you. So $399. That's 1,000 feet. That would probably do my whole house. And these are the cables that everybody asked me about that I have in my patch panel. Or patch panel to rack, but we only have the 0.5. And they're the thin ones. They're awesome patch cables. They're Cat 6a. Thanks all. I ran the Cat 6a only because I had the access in the future proof. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, if these walls were all torn apart and I was building, I would run, you know, Cat 6a everywhere. Well, I did a video when I was pulling the cables. I forget what the video is called. It's like my network build, rack build or something. And I did have footage from in the attic, but at that point, I'm like, you know what? I don't even care about the footage. It was like 45 degrees or something in there. It was so hot. Let's take a look. I forget what else I had some other things to talk about today. Oh, so we're gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on this. I probably will, because I think some people want to see Raspberry Pi type builds. So I bought the 7-inch, well, I'll show you. You guys don't care about the box. Just a 7-inch screen, touch screen. I haven't really opened it yet. I haven't even looked at the screen. So there's the 7-inch touch screen right there. And I'm thinking about, well, I got to figure it out. I think Chris from Crosstalk, he did a video about how to put your Unify cameras on that. Because I need something to be able to be displayed in my kitchen so that I could view my cameras. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how hard because it comes with the case as well. Sometimes the cases are a little bit difficult to put together. So when I'm doing the case, I'll probably have to do like a time lapse because it will take me a little while to do. You got the magnet fishing wall. Yes, I do. Why not run Cat 6a cables? Well, because it's not that I don't have the pathways to do it. It's, I don't know. I probably will shortly. I won't even need the wall mount. This is what you're talking about right here. The Magnapole. I don't know if I'll ever use it. We'll see. I was going to try to fish the brick cavity of the wall to put a camera in the backyard and then fish the cavity with that, but I don't think it's going to work. Yes, in-wall should be solid. I was at a job, this was years ago. My uncle owns a data communication company. He pretty much just does phone systems and network cabling. It was for some vet office, but they had 350 Cat 6 drops, and they were all stranded cable. Their infrastructure was all stranded. We had to change it all out. It was insane. You should do a whole home assist with the Pi. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Home assist. I need to buy more Raspberry Pis. So the one thing I did, we did the Unifipolar video. I'm not using it right now anymore because I need to put the 7-inch display on something. And then I have Pi holes that I need to set up as well. I think I'm just going to end up buying like 4 or 5 more Pis. Let's take a look. They're not $239, damn. I guess I don't really need to get the 8 gig model. I forget which one I just bought. Is it 4 gig maybe? Came with a case. It's a white. It might have been this one. But well, I'll show you guys. Hold on a sec. So this is the one I just bought, which was the Canna kit with the starter. I mean, the case isn't bad, and then it has some air holes. And then this was the other. This is a 4-inch display. So I don't know what I'm going to do with either one of these, but I do need to get the Pi hole set up. And then I bought this keyboard, wireless keyboard for the Pis. Even though I usually do it through the command line, it's not bad to have a keyboard, a wireless keyboard to plug in. What else? Okay, so can I switch to this? Let me just bring that over quick. Okay. So TP-Link, the modded controller. So I wasn't up to date with the latest firmware. I should have checked that before doing the video. This is the latest firmware now. So it's probably going to look, it looks a little bit different than what was in my video. But still, we can't see the internet capacity or the gateway, which I find really weird because we have a router that is modded controlled. What else? So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I'm going to check to see if we could use multiple WAN IPs with it. A lot of people have been saying, yeah, it's a straight rip off from Unify. I mean, it's fairly close, right? There's quite a bit that is similar to it. I don't want to go to wired networks. The firewall rules were kind of interesting to set up. You could do it at the gateway level, switch level, or EAP. The URL filtering, I'll probably do a video on that eventually. Then you could do like attack, defense, you know, block ping of death, which we probably have quite a few alerts from that because I was doing a lot of pings. So I guess this is kind of like their version of threat management. Where did we leave off here? Okay, camcorder 4K head-mounted camera, rechargeable. I use the I just use a, let me look at that. I use a GoPro 8. Yeah, that's I think it's the GoPro 8. I could put it in 4K, but I just haven't been able to render it with 4K for some reason. And that's just because I haven't taken that much time to figure it out. Canna kit as a basic Pi for $90, so that's not bad. 1U Raspberry Pi rack mount supports, excuse me, 1 to 4 units. Oh, that's cool. TP-Link looks like, yeah, here, let's go back to it. I just don't want to show. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same, right? So if we go to our wireless networks, I'm not going to click on my wired network because my public IP will be exposed. This is just a test IP anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's like a lot that you could see that's similar. VPNs, the profiles, these profiles are a little bit different. So this is where in my Unify videos, you would do like your RFC 1918 groups. But you don't really need to do that, because if you look here, we go to switch access list, and then go block staff. So they pretty much have all your networks here, right? So you could just select the network that you want to block out. It's fairly straightforward. Yeah, I mean, it is, but I don't know if it's good or not, right? I like it because it's so similar. I like it. It doesn't, the learning curve is very minimal. You could go in, the network security was a little different with the firewall rules, but once you figure it out, it's super easy. It's in the second row. Oh, this one down here. Oh, that's not bad. 319. Yeah, I don't mind my GoPro. Let's see, where is that? Oh, it's the Hero 7. So we got the GoPro Hero 7. This is what I use when I'm doing any outdoor stuff. Maybe more on-site jobs eventually if I get some or bid on them. But lately I haven't been bidding on any jobs. That's a straight copy. Yeah, I would say it is. And this Hero 7, I mean, I don't even know how much I paid for it. It wasn't that much. I bought it off from Costco. TP-Link handle firewall the same terrible way as Unify? I don't really know. It's a little different, right? So you could do it at your EAP level. So once your wireless clients hit your EAP, that's when the connections drop. Or you could do it on the switch, which that's all I did it on, was the switch. I don't know if you could live stream with the Hero 7. I'm not sure. I was trying to make the Hero 7 a webcam because I need to get a new camera. Like, that's one upgrade that I want to do for my videos. But cameras, the DSLR or whatever these YouTubers use, they are expensive. I'm talking thousands of dollars. I spent a couple $100 on this webcam. It's like you're 3 degrees. Well, this room here is super hot, and I don't know if I could point this. My place is pretty messy, but I have a light shining right on me right now. And then this window, I have a window over here. And if I open it, I have a neighbor like 10 feet away from me. So no air comes in this room. There's a guest bedroom over there, which I should have taken. It has a front facing window and air goes through it. UDM is sale, $485. That's not bad. What's it normally? Oops, by $4.99. So it's a couple bucks off. Well, and that's Canadian though. Need to run for the Home Assist 2. Still struggling with static IP and connect to the Duck DNS. Till the next live one. Take care. Appreciate it. $4.99 Canadian typical. I mean, if you think about it, $4.99 is not a bad price. You have Unify Protect. You have Unify Network. You have Access if you're ever going to use Access. And then you have the Talk, which Talk isn't even available here yet. When is the 100,000 giveaway? In about a few years when I get to 100,000. The 10K giveaway will probably be in 2 weeks from today. I'll let everybody know. I will be using 4K 60 video camera, Ultra HP 48 YouTube camera, vlogging, Wi-Fi, digital, IPS. Oh, are you starting something? What's going on, Michael? From Germany. I'm always interested to see other people's videos too. If you guys do YouTube, I don't mind if you post things about it. I forget who I was watching last night. Miller Technical Solutions. I think that's who I was watching. So, here's all my people that I follow currently. So, Miller Technical Services, that's his name. He was the one that won Crosstalk Solutions Worst Server Room. I don't mind his videos. He does a pretty good job. He does some on-site videos. Dr. Disrespect, if you guys like video games. And a couple other people I just follow. This is my little brother. He doesn't do anything anymore. Oops. Got to be nice to live in Canada and US where you can get Unify products cheap. Yeah, I mean, it all depends where you live, right? We don't get a lot of the products until a lot later on in Canada. Yeah, my wife and I are starting a family vlog, and it will be doing smart home videos. So that's awesome. Let me know what the link is when you start. Off topic, how do you know what? I don't watch any sports. I know that might be odd being Canadian, but I don't. All my buddies, they are heavy into sports, and I haven't seen them in months, but all they would do is day in, day out watch ESPN highlights, and I can't stand it. I mean, I don't mind watching hockey once in a while, but I'm typically pretty busy doing, trying to figure out new technology type stuff. I do, play games and other stuff than just do YouTube and technology, but I'm pretty busy with work lately. The UDM costs $640. Wow. Did you find any solutions doing IPsec using dynamic IPs on the UDM Pro? I'm still having a hard time figuring out. I need to update settings, addresses. You could use dynamic DNS, I believe. I haven't done it yet, but I'm working with a client who needs a bunch of dynamic, who has dynamic IPs. And I think we're going to use no IP. So maybe when I get that figured out, I'll do a video on it. I believe it will work. Oops. I'm pretty sure it'll work anyway. I don't know. Okay, this is what I wanted to look at. So this is the Unified Dream Machine firmware 1.85. So it comes bundled with all these versions. Let's see. As of UDM 1.2 and later on, smart queues are default enabled for existing. Okay. Bug fixes, fixed certificate issue, preventing users from seeing information about blocked or detected threats. Okay. Is that it? Wow, not even 24 hours after hitting beta, it goes general release. That's funny. Virgil, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm tired seeing you drinking that whatever. You know what? I haven't drank beer in about 5 months now, or any alcohol. I find it get very unproductive when I have beers or any type of alcohol. So I've wanted to put that on the back burner for now. But I do appreciate the $5. I will get a carbonated soda water. Marcus, thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. My CloudKey Gen 2 Plus 2.0 has talk, but needs to be installed. Yeah, Bruce, I wouldn't install it unless you're using it. It will just use up more CPU cycles. And in this cup right here, I'm just drinking coffee. I don't think there's really not any more. I do, however, have non-alcoholic beer, Heineken, downstairs. It doesn't taste good and it doesn't do anything for you. Got it only working with OpenVPN that uses more resources is slower. Yeah. I mean, the VPNs on any USG UDM aren't the best with the Unify products. No, Unify isn't dropping their talk. Even if you go to their main site right now, like we can't go into early access and look at it. But if you go to their main site and we go to Unify, you can see phone system right here, right? So they're still going ahead with it, and I think it's a smart move because their UDMs, I mean, it's an all-in-one small business. If you don't need advanced routing, it's a small business solution. And their phones, I think, look pretty cool. Like this with the touchscreen, 7-inch touchscreen, that's awesome. That one looks wicked. The Flex, $29 for an IP phone. $9.99 per month per line. First 24 hours for free if you want to test it out. What is this? Oh, this is a 5-year. Okay, so this is a slider. That's different. I wonder how they're coming up with this. Oh, they're saying it against Cisco phones, Grandstream UCM 6202, which I'm actually getting next week, I think. 0% beer is just a waste of time. I mean, it probably is, but like on New Year's Day, I was kind of craving a beer, and I just grabbed the 0% beer. Do you recommend using the internal honeypots? If I haven't looked at it in a while in the threat management, if it's still in beta or alpha, I wouldn't use it. What's going on, Virus Networks? Hello, I really like to know an example of how you could do a firewall rule through a block a website. If the site is up, is known. I tried the WAN in rule. So you're trying to block a web page? Like you're trying to block a URL? I know they had URL filtering. I just don't know if they took that out. Yeah, like these phones look really cool. I know Grandstream does have some phones like that, Grandstream. So I'll be getting, I have the, what do I have? Where is the Grandstream phone system? Oh, I do have a 6202. I don't know what Grandstream phone system I'm getting. My uncle took one out of somewhere and he wanted to give it to me for free. PBX. I think it is one of these. I don't know if I'll set it up or not. We'll see. Jeff, thank you very much. Site IP is known. I think you could block. Maybe I'll make a video on URL filtering if they still have it, as well as blocking IPs. It's a little bit confusing how they have their firewall rule set up with the WAN in, WAN local, WAN out, that type stuff. Didn't know they had that many talk products. Thought they only had one. Well, it's just a lot of it's or all of it's in early access right now. Jeff from Texas, thank you very much. Have to run. Take care, Adam. Have a good weekend. Just rule to block access where, yeah, I mean, maybe send me an email, cody@mactelecomnetworks.com. Send me the IP that you're trying to block, and we'll see if we can get it working. How long have I been on? Almost an hour. I don't know what else I really have to talk about today. I don't have much gear any new, that's one thing I'm getting. TP-Link. So I am getting a TP-Link access, oops, not PNG. TP-Link access point. I don't know if it's on their webpage though. Right here. So I'm getting I forget what model it is. Is this one? Let me check my emails quickly. Because I'm going to be getting a Wi-Fi 6 access point from them that I paid for. And I think they're out next week. Oh, I forget what email I use. Well, either way, let's just take a look. I'm pretty sure it's this one because that's new. Let's just see the interface on it. Yeah, so ultra fast Wi-Fi 6 speeds, all this good stuff. It comes with the 2.5 gig port. In saying that, I don't have any 2.5 gig switches. I don't know if I could put a SFP into my 10 gig USW Pro and it will negotiate down to that, but we'll see. So I'm excited to give that a try and maybe compare it to the UniFi 6 Lite. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this will be interesting to do. Seamless roaming. I forget what it is, how many antennas it has. Zero touch perform. Okay, blah, 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 blah. High density connectivity. Uplink and downlink multi-user. Okay. I just don't know if it's a 2x2 or if it's a 4x4. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Another one I want to look at too is the Ingenious stuff, but I think it's fairly expensive. Let me bring it here. Ingenious Access Technologies. What Wi-Fi do you currently have deployed in the house? So I have a UniFi 6 Lite. I have a, what else do I have? I have a UniFi Lite, AP/AC Lite. I have a in-wall HD, and then I have a UAP AC Pro. I had the Flex as well, and something else. I forget what else I had. I have a bunch of access points. Right now, like I have the, what's the model? I have a TP-Link EAP245 just sitting beside me. Running right now just for that video that I was doing testing. But it's all UniFi stuff that I use in the house. Wi-Fi 6 HTA home that doesn't have a saturated user is useless in my... Yeah, I mean, I don't really need Wi-Fi 6, right? The only device that is Wi-Fi 6 is my iPhone. And then I have a Wi-Fi 6 card in this PC that I'm running right now. Let's take a look at some of their products. But Wi-Fi 6 is the new, you know, it's the new thing, right? So we'll definitely be testing it out. I didn't know they had a Wi-Fi that works for business. So everybody's coming out with the UniFi style dashboards, right? Like this is pretty much the same. It looks a little bit different. I mean, not as close to the UniFi dashboard as TP-Link. I think we're going to have to grab some of this gear. Let's take a look at the hardware. I used Ingenious point-to-point years ago. Oh, sign up, unbox, scan, go. All right, well, that didn't really help me out. I'll have to look into that a little bit later. Have you looked into SD-WAN? No, I have not. Do you use Pfsense Firewall? So I have Pfsense, and I'm going to be using Pfsense as my main. But right now, since I've been doing so much UniFi stuff, I've just kept the UDM Pro. I'll be running the Pfsense on my Protectly box, which is right up there somewhere. It's just that 6-port Protectly. And then I'll put both of my WAN connect. Well, I think I'll probably end up putting both my WAN connections into it. I usually separate my WAN connections so that I could do testing on. So I have 2 1 gig connections coming into the house. I have 2 UniFi APs, the UAP AC Pro, getting some strange errors. Oh, really? Considering getting some Aruba. I'm going to be doing some Aruba reviews this year. I love UniFi. UniFi's great. Obviously, you guys could probably tell that I love UniFi. That's all I do. There's Miller Technical Services. I was just talking about you a little bit earlier in the live stream. I mean, Wi-Fi 6 is cool, but that's pretty much all it is right now. It's cool. It will become more popular in the future when everything has, you know, Wi-Fi 6 chipsets in it. I think if you really want views on YouTube, talk about, you know, Wi-Fi 6. But if you don't, I just really like getting new gear. And somebody, I forget where it was. It was in somebody else's stream. I forget who it was, but they were asking, like, why do people buy early access gear? Because they're just pretty much beta testers. Well, if you're a person like me, I love playing with new technology. And I don't care, you know, the cost of it. If I could afford it, I'm going to play with it. And it makes me happy. People buy what makes them happy. The heavy enterprise stuff is Aruba. The company I'm working at, HP, is using those a lot. Well, is Aruba not owned by HP? I thought they were. In your provision, or in your opinion, when it comes to firewalls, router, what do you prefer? UniFi is easy, but for more complex stuff, I would do Pfsense for sure. TP-Link and Ingenious can really jump ahead of UniFi on the dashboard if UniFi doesn't fix her soon. I don't mind the UniFi dashboard. I end up toggling between new settings. The new settings for the UDM Pro isn't the best because you can't put in everything that you want, like the analytics. Would you have the UDM behind the pfSense? Probably not, because then you'd have double NAT, right? And I wouldn't really have a reason to do that. Multi-gig go wire. Right now, I don't even have a multi-gig switch, right? If I got I need to get a switch that's capable of 1 gig, 2.5, 5, and 10. Put in line pfSense. I have a lot of their early access gear. Yeah, unfortunately, I thought they were supposed to bring early access to Canada, but they haven't yet. Aruba has been rock solid. A lot of places I've worked, like before I started doing my own thing, it was Aruba. High end, not like the Aruba that we would install. Like the Instant On, that's more for small business. This is like high end enterprise Aruba gear. Suffer time as admin configure. Oh, okay. Chris, there probably is. You need to be careful with Cat 6, Cat 5, whatever, because some people only coat the outside with copper and then they put aluminum in the inside, which is a fire hazard. And that's why you'll find some that are cheaper. The gauge of wire, the twist, all that type of stuff, right? I've been looking at getting the MikroTik multi-gig switch. Yeah, I think you were showing something like that off on your stream last night. I've been looking into the MikroTik stuff. I do have their 10 gig switch, but I heard the Switch OS is a pain and isn't that great. Maybe some for newbies training on switches, switch profiles, aggregation. Yeah, we could do that. I mean, Unify is pretty basic, right? You could get it. Don't know a lot about it, plug it in, it will work on a flat network, and then that's it. If you don't know the theory behind VLANs and how that type of stuff works, trunk links, you may run into troubleshooting issues, but maybe we could try to help with that. I have the Unify 6 Lite. Do you recommend turning off all the other hidden SSIDs? I found them with a Wi-Fi scanner. I don't hide any of my SSIDs for that issue. I mean, it's not a security thing. You could find anybody's SSID. Doesn't matter if it's hidden or not. I would just I would leave them exposed. Yeah, double natting is a pain for sure. I think early access is great for people wanting to test stuff and for beta testing and telling Unify or whatever, Cisco, whoever does it, what's wrong with the product before they release it. Some of the gear never gets released, and that's just what it is, right? How would I run pfSense and the UDM together? Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know why I would either, right? There would be no point for me to do it. The Switch OS seems unfinished. A lot of hardware. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to check it out, which I haven't done yet. What is going on with my stream thing over here? I haven't checked it out. Yeah. I haven't even plugged in that switch yet. I bought it months ago, it seems like. There's the one other thing we'll talk about. So Ingenious, I think I'm going to check some of them out as well, just to kind of do a comparison. I mean, it might not be Wi-Fi 6 stuff. It probably won't be. It will just be their other access points. But it was Meraki Go. I've been trying to get some of this equipment, but I don't know where to get it. Amazon. I'm a very impatient person, so when I want to buy something, I want it like the next day. And I was looking on Amazon, and it was like weeks and weeks out that I could get it. But it seems pretty interesting, and I don't think there's licensing fees with it. But I can't be for certain. I think to get a switch, router, firewall, and access point was about $800. So we'll see about that. Okay, I don't care about pictures of people. I want to see their products. All right, well, it doesn't look like it's gonna show me. Oh, buy now. Let's take a look. I think this just points to the American Amazon. Yep. So for a 5-port security gateway, it's $126, which isn't too bad. I would only need like these right here, these two, and then an access point. Yeah, so $100. So 226. So you're looking about 460 US. Convert that to Canadian. It's a little bit more. Switch OS is easy and fine. Okay. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. You work with it every day. I was going to get their router board. Dr. Carpy, how's it going? And thank you. Yeah, we'll see. Like I like getting different network products and a full line of it, right? Like the TP-Link stuff. So now I have a full stack of it that we could test out. Before I did do the review on the TP-Link, I always forget the model numbers. 245, and it was just the access point. So I like when I could do the full build outs. I mean, I don't add absolutely everything into the videos or they go way too long. And for me, I like watching videos that are not over 20 minutes long. It's too basic. Okay. Do you need to pay import fees? Yeah, there's like duty fees coming into Canada. So when you guys buy stuff like from my Amazon affiliate links, it gives me a credit, which I think I have like, or not a credit. It gives me a percentage of cash back or whatever like that. So I think I have about $200 US. And I just get that towards Amazon gift cards so that I could buy more gear. But say I buy something for $200, it comes across the border, then I have to pay a duty fee after the fact, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, Marcus, that's what I'm talking about. The Meraki Go. Oh, I would use them because the Linksys stuff. Oh, okay. That's Linksys stuff? The Meraki Go? Get router board 401. Let's take a look at that. So I tried to order the, what the heck was it? The Aruba Instant On switch. And I think I owed like $1 or something like that. It was a little bit over what I had on the gift card. And it wouldn't process for some reason. So I haven't got that yet, but we'll hopefully get it soon. $349. Okay, this is Canadian. That's not bad. 10 port gigabit with rack ears. Well, it would definitely fit my rack, so that's good. Do I want to spend $349 on it? The thing is, I do the videos and then I power them off and I don't use them. But that means after I'm done all the videos, maybe I could give them away. Videos should be short. It's what people want. Yeah, I mean, it depends. If you really want to do a deep dive learn of things, maybe you want the videos to be a little longer. 10 gig SFP plus. Oh, nice. Oh, right on the side over here. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so that could uplink to the 10 gig switch. I have been looking at buying something else. I probably shouldn't. Sitting at home now that I can't shop, we're in lockdown. I mean, I'm buying more stuff online. Yeah, Cisco bought Linksys. Yeah, that was a while ago. It'd still be interesting to do the Meraki Go stuff, but I don't know how much viewership there is on YouTube. Not that, I mean, I'm going to post videos that interest me more than anything. And obviously you guys are going to be seeing anything new that Unify comes out with. Besides maybe their PTZ camera if I have to buy it, because that is quite expensive. Let's see the price. I think it's $1,800 US. Yeah, it's $1,800 and it's sold out. If I do get this by chance, I am going to mount it on my house. My fiance probably won't be too happy with it, but I mean, I have to. The price, and it's a 4K PTZ camera. It looks awesome. But I think that's going to be it for me today. We've been going for just over an hour. I have some things to do today. Just going to relax, play some Nintendo Switch, maybe read a book. I've been looking at computer screens for far too long this week. Yeah, so I'll be back next Friday at 1 p.m. Watch out for the when I'm going to do the giveaway for the access points or whatever we're going to give away. It should probably be not next live stream, but the stream after that. So watch out for that. And then I hope all of you have a good weekend. I'm just trying to find my stop button here. There we go. All right, guys, have a good weekend, and I will see you next week.